You don't need decades of esoteric training to practice Archangel magic. You don't need theatrical robes, crystals, or wands. The practice actually relies on something much more direct, knowing exactly how to activate a sigil. Over the next 6 minutes, we are going to walk through the exact physical eye movements and the specific mental state required to perform what is called a sigil scan. You do not need to know how to read Hebrew, and you don't need to buy any specialized equipment. This process works regardless of your prior experience. By removing the distractions of complex rituals, you can place your entire focus on the actual engine of the practice, your own directed attention and intention. Step 1 is understanding the gaze itself. In this context, scanning means looking at the characters on the page without making any attempt to read or translate them. Instead of seeing letters or words, treat the Hebrew text purely as abstract shapes. Notice the curves, the straight lines, and the patterns of dark ink against the light page. Your analytical mind will likely try to scrutinize or decipher the text. When that happens, simply let your eyes soften and return to a relaxed, easy gaze. Treating the text as pure visual data bypasses your logical filters. It stops you from overthinking, opening your mind to connect directly with the symbol. Let's apply that relaxed gaze to the actual structure of the sigil. We start with the outermost ring of text, finding the word located directly at the 12 o'clock position. Anchor your eyes at the top starting point, then slowly sweep your gaze counterclockwise around the circle's perimeter. At the bottom, you will encounter upside-down letters. Just continue absorbing their inverted shapes. Completing this continuous circular sweep locks in the boundary of the sigil. It physically frames the workspace and primes your awareness for the core instruction resting in the center. Now we move inward. Shift your focus from that outer border to the horizontal blocks of text located in the middle of the sigil. Here, we break normal English reading habits. Start your gaze on the far right side of the top line, tracking slowly across to the left. Then, drop down to the right side of the next row, repeating this sweep until you reach the bottom. Mastering this specific cascading eye movement aligns your physical rhythm with the original language and structural design of the angelic invocation. With the physical path mapped out, you can drop any anxiety about moving your eyes at the perfect speed. The mechanics are just the setup for what happens next. The engine of this practice relies on a process called emotional transmutation. As you scan the shapes, you actively single out a negative emotion you hold about your current problem, like a feeling of lack or fear, and change it into a positive feeling, such as relief or deep gratitude, as if the problem is already solved. The physical eye scan acts as an open telephone line, but the transmuted emotion is the actual message being transmitted through it. You now have the complete physical and mental blueprint required to perform a sigil scan. The technique rests entirely on these 3 steps: absorbing the characters as pure shapes, tracking the correct counterclockwise and right-to-left paths, and then consciously guiding your internal emotions. Your immediate next step is to choose a specific ritual that aligns with a sincere personal desire, whether you are seeking healing, prosperity, or success, and apply this exact scanning technique to it. It is this precise combination of structured attention and deliberate emotion that turns a static arrangement of ink on a page into an active threshold, capable of reshaping your reality.